Hello YouTubers! Welcome to the video where I'm going to show food I eat now, products I use, and recipes that help me maintain my nearly 100-pound weight loss. Here's some before and after photos of me. And just keep in mind when I'm showing the recipes, if you want the ingredients, pause it, write them down, and start it up again. I don't want to take too long explaining each and every single ingredient. So thank you for watching, and here we start out with a tour of my fridge.
Alrighty, we're going to start in the bottom drawer, and the first item up is turkey bacon with lower sodium. I have Smart Dogs, which are vegetarian protein links. These, which I've showed previously, tofu shirataki noodles. I have two different kinds. And some high fiber, low carb tortilla wraps. I'm not going to go through everything in here, it would take forever. Next up is my veggie drawer. A very wide selection. I have tomatoes, limes, peaches, I don't know what in the world that is, carrots, bell peppers, baby corn, avocado, whole wheat tortillas. Don't mind my green fingernails. I had to, I dressed up for St. Patrick's Day and was wearing all green. Here I have grapes, organic baby spinach. Anytime I drink juice, it will always be 100% juice. I never drink anything that has sugar added. Next up, I have two types of Ezekiel bread. They come from Sprouted. It has like spelt, barley, oat, wheat, and they're both 100% whole grain. Here in this container is what I would call a vegan lasagna. It is dairy-free and meat-free. I used soy in there. In the back, strawberries, cucumber, rather than jelly, there's fruit preserves. The margarine spread, or whatever it's called, that I use, I make sure to get one that doesn't have partially hydrogenated oils and it has no trans fat. Next shelf, I decided to start cutting out some wheat from my diet and just using alternate sources. Wheat is where gluten comes from, so I bought some gluten-free English muffins. They're made from brown rice. I haven't tried them yet, but my boyfriend said he really likes them. Cantaloupe, cilantro. In the container in the center, that would be oven-roasted tomatoes. I have millet. I have whole grain pasta, watermelon, avocado. What's back there? Queso fresco, which is cheese, hummus, grapes in the very bottom. And on the top shelf, garlic, ready to be cooked with, makes it easy. Eggs, more carrots, some black currant, again, rather than jelly, it's like a fruit preserve. I have some cottage cheese back there, and some Greek yogurt. And I will also show you what's over here. I have all sorts of little sauces, but none of them are really bad. I have, some of them are old, so I don't really use them anymore. Worcestershire sauce, honey mustard. I can't believe it's not butter spray. I will use this as an alternative to butter on my toast. Chicken broth, awesome thing to cook with. I grab one that's all natural and no added MSG. What's down here? We have mayo made with olive oil. I normally buy the light mayo, but I was just trying something new. As far as salad dressings, I like to buy ones that say natural, organic, light, those sort of things. As you see, I don't have any ranch dressing in here. I think ranch dressing is horrible. Lemon juice, olives. Again, another all-natural dressing, sesame ginger. I believe this is probably another all-natural dressing. Ginger mandarin. And skim milk, bottle of wine, and some prune juice, which I discovered I really don't like. So anywho, that is a view of my...
Let's move on to the frozen food aisle. I have 3 different types of fish, which would be tilapia, salmon, and cod. There's shrimp, chicken, ground turkey, and pork. I don't eat a whole lot of red meat. I like using frozen fruit for smoothies and shakes. I prefer to buy produce fresh, organic if possible, but it doesn't have to be. For veggies, I buy them frozen, canned, or fresh. Some great sources of grain outside of bread would be stone ground oats, long grain brown rice, millet, and quinoa. If you haven't tried quinoa, it's really good. It cooks up like rice. And lastly, I have some dried fruit such as raisins, berries, and prunes. A great source of protein is nuts such as soy nuts and almonds. I also have walnuts and sunflower seeds. Let's move on to breakfast. The most typical breakfast I eat is a protein shake. I use All Bran, which is chock full of nutrients, has tons of fiber, piece of fruit, half a cup of milk, maybe some spinach. And the protein that I absolutely love is GNC's Amplified Waybolic Extreme. I either use skim milk or lactose-free milk. I mentioned earlier I'm trying to reduce the gluten in my diet, so here's some gluten-free waffles. These are made out of buckwheat. Instead of syrup, I use Greek yogurt on top with a little bit of fruit. Greek yogurt is awesome. It can be used as a substitute in a lot of recipes. Another way I use Greek yogurt is in the morning is I cut up a half a cantaloupe, put Greek yogurt in, put some fruit in, and sprinkle granola on top, maybe a little bit of flaxseed for extra nutrients. Kashi is a great cereal. If I don't buy Kashi, I buy one that's 100% natural. A very strange breakfast I discovered I like is banana sandwiches. I toast 2 pieces of whole grain bread, chop a banana, and put it on there. Now, my first cooking I'm going to show you, it's organic spinach, potato, eggs, turkey bacon, and onion. I cook everything up except for the egg. When it's done cooking, I add the egg. It's kind of a cross between an omelet and a Spanish tortilla. My juicer and some oranges. And here you see the finished product. Next up we have lunches and snacks. I have to be honest, I wasn't very good about taking pictures in this category. One really good snack, I pop popcorn without butter or salt. Add some dried fruit. Here we have dried cranberries. And maybe a tablespoon of chocolate chips. An awesome recipe that you can use these tomatoes in tons of different stuff. They're oven roasted tomatoes. I use olive oil, salt and pepper, cherry tomatoes, rosemary and dill. I chop the tomatoes in half, put them in a bowl, mix it all up, and then cook it on 200 for 3 hours. A great snack or lunch is a tortilla with some hummus inside. When I'm running late and I didn't pack a lunch, I'll normally eat a small chili from Wendy's. As you can see in the background, rather than having a dish of candy on my desk, I have a dish of raisins. And here's the, oh crap, I'm really late to work breakfast. I keep a stock of protein bars or granola bars for when I'm running late. Something my boyfriend makes that actually one of my viewers sent me a recipe for stuffed mushroom caps. We mix up olive oil, salt, pepper, balsamic vinaigrette, and the avocados. Fill the mushrooms, and then sprinkle feta cheese on top. It's really good. A salad I discovered I liked is I cook half a cup of vinegar, half a cup of water, with a couple tablespoons of sugar. And then when it's done, I chop up the cucumber, add the dill, and let it soak. It's so yummy. Alrighty, be ready with your pen and paper and pause it if you want the ingredients because I'm not going to stop and name them all. Also, I'm going to show the finished product at the end when they're all on my plate. We're going to start off with some sweet potato fries. I chop up the potato, and in a cast iron pan with a tiny bit of oil, I cook them on both sides, maybe about 6 minutes per side. I pull them out and put them between paper towel to help get some of the excess grease off. Put them in the bowl where I already have the spices, toss them around a little bit. Next up is an incredible spinach salad. I start off by rinsing the spinach, get a little bit of water on it, shake it off. I put olive oil in a pan with garlic, cook that up, and then when it's done, I pull it off the stove and add the other ingredients. Again, I'll show you again when I'm done. Now we're going to make a fish sandwich. I use a piece of tilapia with Old Bay seasoning. I spray a small amount of olive oil in the pan. Cook the fish on both sides. Okay. And ketchup for the fries, I'm going to use the mayo and horseradish I mixed together as a topping for the fries also. And here's this finished product. Okay, another meal idea, and I'm sorry to rush guys, but pause it if you want to write down these ingredients, is a chicken tofu stir fry. I chop up my ingredients using my lovely Pampered Chef chopper. I cook the chicken and the onion. Once that's done, I add the other ingredients. In the meantime, I cook my rice. I chop up my nuts in a nut grinder. That sounded kind of weird. And here's the finished product. I add some mandarin oranges and some lime. And lastly, let's get real. I do still eat dessert once in a while. I don't eat it often, but if I eat ice cream, I use this one. It's reduced. It's light calorie, has about half as many calories. I love cooking desserts. Here's some red velvet cupcakes and mini cakes I made. The important thing for me when it comes to dessert is don't keep it in the house. So I normally make it if I have people coming over or I bring it to work. Here are some gluten-free cupcakes. Just because something is gluten-free or sugar-free, that does not mean that it is calorie-free. So keep that in mind. Now you can see the empty pan at work where I brought it to because I don't keep them in the house or I will eat them. So thank you all so much for watching. If you haven't already, please comment, rate, and subscribe. You guys have an awesome day.